Welcome back guys to another Unity tutorial. This video you're gonna be learning how you can make this amazing cool pause menu. So if I hover over any button of any button, you can see it turns to red, and if I click on it you can hear a pop-up sound that is just on button press. And if I just jump and press escape, you can see that I'm currently in the air because I have like disabled the time menu, like the time scale, because sometimes in the games, in running games or horror games, you need to pause for some settings or reasons. So that's why you can just stop the timer around it. And also if I just press WASD controls, I have also disabled the controller, FPS controller. So this is the basic mechanic of it. And if I press the options button, it currently doesn't do anything because you might be wanting to set it up according to yourself, because options you might be requiring controls, graphics, or whatever you want to set it up. It's up to you. Main menu, if I press on the main menu, I'd be just going to the main menu scene. Exit game would be just kicking me to the kicking me out of the application, but it doesn't work in the editor itself. It will only work in if you are playing the game actually after building it. Here I am in the main menu. This is kind of bit my horror game menu. I have also made a video on this. You can find it on the I button on the top of the screen. If you want this also, I have also have this one for you guys. You can also just download the font and everything stuff. You can just add these options in your pause menu options, like these ones: settings, high, ultra, low. That's just it guys. So that's just a showcase. Let's go for the implementing stuff. To use these buttons, if you don't have like an event system, that event system is generally necessary. You have to go to UI and event system, just add it like that. It will be just this is useful to use the buttons on the UI. So this background image, this is kind of it an image. These four are the buttons, and this also, this does these two have the same similar features. So here is my pause menu. This is the prefab, and all of these will be the link in the description. These three were the PNG files that are dragged and dropped in the Unity folder. So Unity doesn't take like images in the PNG. That's like somewhat tiered images. So what you have to do is you have to click on the PNG, like this is already converted. So what you have to do is you have to click on the PNG file itself, then you have to turn it over here, select sprite 2D and UI, and then hit apply over there. Currently it's like if I just press it back to the default one, like you see it's currently not in the good shape. So you have to just change it towards the sprite 2D and UI, then hit apply, and then it changes the its face of it accordingly. These were the buttons. You can just do that. Before importing everything into your Unity scene or editor, first of all you should be importing this pause game script, then these stuff, and the last should be this prefab, so that this prefab can get like this prefab over here. So this pause function can get the script, or maybe you have to just drag and drop and select these items. This background is just this one. This background can just drag and drop like this, and this UI is up to you. If you want or not, you can just have an empty object set to it. This is my UIs because I have a if I just disable it, you can see this is my crosshair here. So if I just if I have opened the pause menu, I don't want my crosshair to show up, so I have a dedicated folder for UI also. So I disabled it when the pause menu is enabled. That's my pause menu. And this font, if you have like you want custom fonts for your if you want like any stylish font, this is kind of bit my font, like I wanted to use for this menu. So if you want like custom font, this is the OTF file that would be you would be getting when you download any font from the internet, or you can get it from your Windows, like in the folder in your C drive folder, I think computer drive folder. You will be going to Windows, and then fonts, you can get your computer fonts, like which is in your PC. You can just drag and drop it over here. Then you have to convert into for the Text Mesh Pro, cause if you see these buttons have this Text Mesh Pro, those are not the raw text, I think. So that's why you have to convert it. To convert it, this is the basic file: create Text Mesh Pro, and then you have to make it font asset. That should be doing it guys, because if I click on it, you can see it doesn't take any raw files. So these were the text mesh profiles fonts. So that's how you do that. these were the just buttons. You would be, if you have any questions or like if you have any trouble implementing this stuff, you can write me in the comments. I'll be just reading and helping you out, guys, however how much ever it will be possible. Let's go to the script and I'll just explain a bit for you guys. Currently we are in the pause game script, and if you can see, I have already written down all of these information for you guys, so that you can if I miss something, you can just learn it. If you just these are the key there for escape key, and if you want to change the escape key like for tab or something other, you can just delete this and just start writing tab. You can just get whole list of keys that would be relating in the keyboard. You can just select any of those. If you want, like if your game features a key binding system, like for the player to keybind those, so I would consider instead of this command, you should be writing this one, input.get button down, this one, and then you have to assign this button from the input manager. Edit project settings and go to the input manager and just add up the numbers, and just make sure this text and this text over should be same. That would be just do the thing for you. So if this is paused bool, we have to get if the pause menu is enabled or not. If it is not enabled, and if we press escape, the time becomes 0, so that it's just kind of bit on supernatural power to stop time. Everything will be just pause. This is to make the UI active. This is to make the pause menu true, so that we can disable it again. You can also feature it down with the toggle function, like over here. Wait a second, in this script, yep, in this script, like these toggle ones, toggle inventory is open, or like toggle kind of, I don't get these toggle functions nicely, because I sometimes just make it opposite or sometimes, so I just use this basic thing. This is to make the cursor visible. So when you in the Unity, if you press escape, the cursor will be visible, but if you build the game, the cursor won't be visible even if you press escape key, because you have to set up the thing, and this makes the cursor visible on the press of the key. And this lock state makes the cursor to be movable, free movement. And if you don't have, your cursor will be stuck to the center of the screen even if it is visible. This is to block the player movements. I have to assign this, make sure you just find it in your whatever your script is for the player, you have to assign it through it. If you can't just do it right nicely, what you can do is, like if you can't find it and you don't have it, like over here, this is the player dot find of game object. In place of this, in place of this, write the in place of that text, you have to write the name of your game object or empty game object, whatever it is. Write the name of it instead of it, and it will automatically get the script name. And also, if the script name is something else, you have to change it over here. So also you can assign it publicly also. Just, yeah, you can also assign it publicly. Just make it public, and you don't have to get through it, and just drag and drop like in the script itself. So this is to disable or enable the crosshair on the screen, like UIs. That is just to audio source to enable, and this to make the scene change when we press the menu button. To make this thing work, make sure you have this over here, this import libraries, and more than that, you must have file. Must go to file and have these scenes over here. You have to individually go to every scene and add open scenes, and make sure your scene is there to switch between the scenes, or else it won't be switching up. So that's up with the pause menu, guys. If you want to see more of these kind of tutorials and videos, you can just hit that subscribe button at the bottom right of the screen. And if you have any questions, queries, or ideas, or whatever, you can just write me down in the comments. Bye bye, see you, take care, guys. Hope that would be a nice day for you guys. Bye bye.